Yeah. Welcome, everybody in internet land, to the Wise Fellow Society podcast here at the Gamma Mata. The Bat Key.
The white, was it, what do you call it? Ravencroft?
I don't know, man. What is this? Is this an official name to this place? Is it Ravencroft?
I was thinking, what was it? Wisecroft Manor?
Was that the guy, the place that had the haunted ghost?
Wisencroft?
Wisencroft Manor?
Wisencroft Manor?
That is the official name of the location that we are currently recording from.
Okay, nice. I like it.
There we go. Welcome to Wisencroft. Wisencroft Manor.
It's this Wisencroft Manor.
Sounds better than
right.
How we doing, gentlemen?
Good, man.
Doing all right.
Cool,
doing all right. Is the world still around?
Oh, I don't know, man. But I can tell you that I'd like to thank everybody who's posting on the Bat Cave.
Yeah.
You are giving us a bountiful amount of topics
Yeah,
that I literally, it's crazy trying to figure out what topics to talk about tonight.
Thanks for letting us know you're still alive.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But first things first, what's getting us high tonight?
Yeah, what are we passing around?
That looks like a premium cannabis pre-roll.
Oh, nice.
Insane Kush Mints.
Damn.
It's the strain.
Kush Mint's nice.
What do you think, guys? That was a pretty good one. You
All
know, it
right.
kind of hit the spot. It was
it,
nice
yeah.
and smooth.
Yeah, I took about a few good rips, and we're not trying to get smashed, but we're trying to just relax, cut the edge off, and
Oh yeah, nothing cuts the edge off like a good smoke and some munchies to finish it off. Now we actually had the benefit of having a special type of munchie.
Yeah, first we should just give a shout out real quick. Shout out to my cousin Monica for going on that cool trip to Australia and bringing back me a little sample pack of jerky.
Yeah.
Let me pull up this.
Crikey!
Hey, crocky, aye.
Bones is
There's
right.
no jerky.
It is Australian jerky made from company Billabong Jerky.
All right.
The taste of Australia, mate. 3 tastes of Australia: emu, kangaroo, and crocodile jerky.
What?
nice.
So we're gonna kind of savor it and kind of go at it one at a time. We've already cracked open the Gatorade, like they say.
Yeah. Actually, that was interesting. That was that got me stuttering. That was an interesting taste.
Oh, it sounded like bad.
I'm still damn.
Got some Gator.
I'm still like I still taste it in my mouth. I don't know about you.
Well, what are you tasting?
Chicken and fish, because I know
fish?
those. I know those gators were eating fish because I tasted
And chickens.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
What do you think there, Rich?
I was telling you guys earlier. It tastes. The taste reminded me of the smell of fish food.
Yeah, like
The little flakes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what it's called. I know it's fish.
Yeah, because it's a diet.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, we can call it tuna. It's like chicken and tuna.
You know the consistency of alligator.
It's
Normally, when you're eating it, it's kind of like chicken.
Yeah.
Tastes a little bit of chicken, but with a little bit of a fishy flavor.
Well, I mean, because I've had reptile before when I was a kid. One of my uncles ran over a snake and cooked it, and we all ate it, and it was interesting.
So you're telling me you committed a murder on somebody's pet and then hid the evidence?
It's called roadkill. They were fishing, and then they were on their way back from Earth. They were like in the mountains somewhere fishing.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, that was cool.
It's a good source of protein.
Yeah.
You might as well put it to use.
Right?
Yeah, that's
it was
true.
pretty cool. I felt like La Bamba when Richie goes to the curandero, the witch doctor, and he's like skinning snakes.
He's like,
I
"Here,
went
have
to
this
the
snake
witch
jerky."
doctor, and he doesn't.
You gave him snake jerky.
Yeah,
That's on the
right.
Give me some
deleted.
snake jerky, right?
That's on the deleted scenes. On the
I
DVD
ain't fucking with
of the Bamba.
no medicine doctors trying to give me some snake jerky, man.
Yeah.
That's some bad times.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on to our first topic of the evening. Something that I'm going to be trying out here is we're going to be a little bit more interactive with our folks who post on the Batcave. So not too long ago, there was a
Long enough.
not too long ago. I'm going to edit this, motherfuckers. I don't make mistakes.
It'll still show up in the artwork.
Oh, I lost one of my points. I'll get it back.
It's all good. But go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, not too long ago, one of our members posted up a quick question, and that is, what movie traumatized you as a kid?
Oh shit.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down and kind of look through these comments and comment on.
Yeah,
what
shoot
people
them.
says.
Yeah, shoot them.
So let's pull that up right now. I actually sent you that link there, Joey.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for it right now.
No, I sent you the link.
Oh. Where did you send the link?
Go down. Go down.
There he is. I see him. I see him. Stand by Me reference.
They're
if
after
any-
me. They're after me.
If anybody recognizes the wolves, that's Stand By Me. That's when Vern has the pistol and he's like starts pointing the gun at everybody.
Hey, I'm sorry, dude, but I remember the movie, but what the fuck was it about again?
Oh,
It was about a bunch of kids looking for
body.
about it.
Yeah, but what was the ghost? What was the premise behind like? Was there did the ghost
Oh,
come back?
No,
Or-
what it was is one of the kids' brother happened to stumble across the body when he was.
I remember that, and he shows all the friends. But the whole movie was based around the trip from point A to point B, right?
Yeah, that's all it was. It was just
Okay.
like it's just a coming of age movie.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
they deal with some bullies, right?
Yeah. What it is the other guys were gonna keep it a secret, but then they're telling their leader of the gang, and then they want to be heroes, and it's just like a race to get to the body. Yeah, and then they end up finding the body and then calling it anonymously, and yeah.
Okay. Are you
So-
guys good?
Bodies
Ready.
hit the floor.
Okay. All right. So we're pulling it up right now, and the first is from Why Not Sopak, and they said Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Okay, so
I didn't know that was a movie.
They mentioned, we're talking about movies. Yeah.
No, I'm
Cannibal
saying
Holocaust.
I've never even heard of that.
I've never seen. I think I heard of
Are
it.
you guys completely insane? Cannibal Holocaust is one of these old ass gore movies where people thought for real that
Oh shit, that was real?
somebody went out somewhere out in the Amazon and got eaten for real by like real tribals.
Oh shit!
But in reality, it was just some dude that like filmed and just paid a bunch of like natives to like look
pretend.
like they're doing it. Yeah.
Mm.
But it was graphic and it's
What year was that?
traumatizing as
What
hell.
year was that? Like 80s?
Oh, I don't know. Look it up. Yeah.
Well, first we'll go with Barbara. My shout out to my cousin Barbara Linares, Hiding Place, and I'm not familiar with that movie.
Never heard of that one either. Hiding Place.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty.
Sounds like a
scary
movie
'cause
with Macaulay
She's not a
Culkin.
lightweight with the. She's not a lightweight. But Richard Magana with the Westward 73.
Never seen that one either.
That one's.
Okay,
I
so
did. That was a
Westworld.
good one.
Westworld,
I'm sorry,
that's-
Westworld. Yeah,
Yeah,
Westworld.
so
73.
Westworld in 1973. So basically, it's the 1973 version of Westworld, and that's the one where basically people lived in the future where everyone was bored and they had, it was like a advanced version of Disneyland where you went and you lived in different times. And the people there were animatronics that they interacted with you.
Huh.
So what happens is one of the bad guys was, I guess, the Man in Black.
Yul Brynner.
Right.
Yeah, he played Pharaoh in Ten Commandments.
Yeah. So that character basically comes to life and hunts the tourists down through all the different worlds.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he breaks character and like goes like all the sections where he's not supposed to be.
They go to Roman world and they go to like samurai world.
That's cool. What year was that movie?
Se- 73.
Literally
Yeah,
1973.
in 73. Yeah, 1973.
No, it was based in 1973.
No,
it came out in
no.
1973.
No, it came out.
in
Yeah,
1973.
yeah.
okay.
He's just referencing because there's actually there's a series right now
Yeah,
a while back.
and
It's
Westworld came
yeah.
out a few years ago on HBO.
Yeah.
The series.
Yeah, the first season's good. It starts getting weird, and then it's like, you know what? It's good for a good like science fiction and all that.
And then Rich
it
here,
was creepy.
I said it.
it.
The old school.
Oh
one.
man.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that like if you see it now, it's not as scary, but back then,
Yeah.
You know,
as a
Tim
kid.
Curry was just creepy.
yeah, it was good. He was a master, dude.
You know,
Good ass actor.
Now, what scared you about it as a kid?
Well, I always
What
hated
traumatized you?
I always hated clowns, but I think as a kid that was the first time on TV you actually saw a scary clown. Like you thought of scary clowns when you were a kid, like oh they're creepy, but that was the first time an actual scary clown came to life on TV, like big teeth. It was made to terrify you.
yeah.
That was the first time. Before it was like oh clowns are creepy. Just clowns are creepy, but this was the first time a clown was built to scare the shit out of you.
You know, it's interesting that as a kid, I was on the fence with it because like my grandma was actually a community clown for the city of Carson. She was a part of the Carson Clowners. So she would go and cheer people up. So like with me, you know, I got desensitized with clowns. So it's like, you know, I knew all their friends. And
You weren't scared of those.
Are
I
they
wasn't
still
really
around?
scared of clowns. So I kind of like didn't understand the concept of why it was scary. But then I watched it and I was like, oh, I get this shit.
Are the Carson Clowners still around?
You know what?
George?
I don't know because it's like a lot of them were like senior citizens. It was a senior citizen club.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to get banged on by the
Yeah. No. And my grandma was 100 years old when she. I don't think she was still doing it at 100, but now, you know, she was still rocking till 100, and I think a lot of those people were at that age, and I don't think they're around now. But yeah,
Okay, who's next on,
Okay,
who's
next
on
one?
the deal?
yeah. Johnny Got His Gun. That one was suggested by Edgar Gonzalez. Johnny Got His Gun is interesting. That was crazy. It's about a guy who goes to war and loses his arms, his legs, and he's blind and he can't speak.
Isn't that the Metallica song?
Yes. That's exactly
there's a
where it's
song
rest-
called Johnny Got His Gun.
No, you know the song One.
Yeah.
Okay, that music video. Like, you know what? Speaking of movies that traumatized me, that music video traumatized me. I'm not
All
gonna
right,
lie.
here.
You
We're
know what?
judging it
Here we
up.
go. You know, I'm glad you brought that up. I
you
was
go.
actually looking it up on the internet when YouTube first came out. I used to watch that because I grew up on MTV as a kid. That was my babysitter. You know, like I loved it. And so when that used to come out, when that guy's in a straitjacket, it was Kirk Hammett in the straitjacket. I mean, no. Yeah, Kirk Hammett in the straitjacket. It just like blew my mind because, you know, the guy is screaming, talking about, you know, I can't, you know, why can't anybody listen to me? It's about a guy who loses all his limbs, his ability to talk, his ability to see and hear, and he's still alive, but people are treating him. But I think he's like blinking in Morse code. He's doing something in Morse
Yeah,
code.
he was blinking
Kill me,
and he
kill
was
me.
like, kill me. And they were like, well, we can't do that. That's wrong.
Yeah,
It's like, no, you're doing me a favor. It's like, no.
yeah.
Kill me now.
And isn't it like the movie, they just kind of leave him there for like Christmas or something? It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you know, I don't remember because I remember watching it when I was young.
Mm.
I think I watched it in a history class or something, but I thought that was an interesting one because, man, it just blew your mind. That music video blew my mind, and then the movie alone is crazy. If you're gonna watch it as a kid,
Is that like
it's
like
an
a
actual
really old
movie. Yeah, so the Metallica One music video is based off of Johnny Got His Gun. So
It's a dope movie.
yeah, and that's the premise. It's just like I think it's a Civil War or World War one of those.
World War One.
Yeah, World War One. Yeah,
Or maybe it might actually be World War II because I remember in the early part of that movie, he was talking to the old veterans or something about how honorable and great it would be to go back to war.
It probably could have been a World War One because the Civil War veterans were like respected and they were still around, and they were like in their glory days at that time because that recorder just came out and they're still recording people, and I think that would be it because they were kind of like, you know, cheering on, you know, the veterans. I mean, not the young boys going to war.
All right, so moving on.
Yeah, moving on. One of the ones that it freaked me out, Maximum Overdrive as a kid.
Maximum Overdrive. Isn't that the one where Stephen King directed and wrote when he was like high on cocaine or something?
Stephen King was high on
believe.
cocaine when he wrote that.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
shit,
much.
so-
He was in a dark place.
Yeah, that was the one where he woke up and he like didn't even realize like that he had written and directed it and
Well, you know what's no. He didn't. I don't think he written. He think what it is he wrote that story, the short story. It's a short story called Trucks. It's based off of Trucks, and it's from the book Night Shift. And I just read that one. That's the last book I read like last week. I just finished it. And Trucks is basically like everything comes to life, but they changed it around in the movie where like you think an asteroid or a meteor comes in the orbit of Earth, and it causes all the electronics and trucks to come alive and kill people. And
That's
everybody,
Transformers.
you know, well,
it was a little bit of Transformers. It was a little bit of the zombie plague.
yeah, the girl
you know.
from there's a lot of cameos like Emilio Estevez, the girl who played whose voice is the voice of Lisa. She's in there.
Actually, I like that idea. You know, like imagine if a planet, like if a comet came by and it turned all things into like Decepticons.
Oh,
That'd be
man.
dope.
You know, there'd be no
Autobots.
Autobots. It would just be Decepticons.
Man.
Terrorize. That'd be dope. Good way to die.
Yeah,
You got-
right.
you have
But
to.
I'm just thinking. Yeah, but I think the scene that fucked me up was the knife cutter scene when the electric knife comes alive.
Oh,
I
sure.
think ever since that I've been really fucked up with knives. Like I don't like people playing around knives around me. I don't like people like, oh, see, it's like that. I don't like that because of that movie. Like when that electric carving knife came to life and carved off her hand, I was like, damn, that's it.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
Yeah, no, and then the next movie, my Coco Garcia, my cousin, another cousin that happened to be listening, My Bloody Valentine.
I've never actually seen that.
You
Never
know
seen
what?
that one either.
Yeah, he says back in the earlys, adults made you sit through scary movies because it was the manly thing to do. Only seen it once and still remember it. I was probably like 7 years old. It's probably considered child abuse nowadays. So I guess it must
My
have been a
Bloody
really fucked
Valentine.
up. Yeah, it must have been a fucked up movie.
Well, your next
Fucked
one, it was
up.
a fucked up movie. There.
Yeah, I do
Holy
remember
shit.
that. It was almost. I almost feel it was like one of those cult movies that used to be passed around by like kids used to have
Well,
it.
the next one that Joey
Hey.
announces here is Faces of Death.
Damn it.
I remember watching this.
Which volume?
well, that's the thing.
Damn
You know,
it.
back in the day, we had this thing called the rental store.
Mm.
You know, when you walked in and you saw the VHS tapes. And
Oh yeah, it was a skull, right?
And then you
It
can,
Eyes, eyeballs.
yeah, and then you can go behind the curtain, the fun curtain.
Oh yeah, and then there was the beaded curtain.
Yeah, no. I like how every video store had a classy way of like doing it without making it look sleazy. It was
Yeah.
either like the red curtain and beads or like purple.
Incidentally, and I like to talk about this. It was the thing about the rental shops was when you owned a shop, you knew all the perversions of every dad and everybody that lived in the neighborhood. Oh, your dad came by. He tell him that the next edition of Fat Asses is available for renting. I know he rented the
Oh,
last
no.
7.
Nah, you know,
He has to return.
nah, you know what's messed up.
Please tell him to rewind.
Nah, you know what's messed up? Renting a video and like renting a video with your friend and like it's using his friends using his membership when you had to have memberships and like the dad has like a movie that's overdue and it's like an adult movie. That's embarrassing. And it's funny because it's
I
like
can't find it. I don't know what
when
happened.
it's like big booty babes from Bangkok and it's like when those alliteration movies are always the best. It's like when it's like a random volume 8 or something. It's like not even 1 or 2.
Damn.
You took off into the volume. You're like deep into like 15. You're
Remember
like,
when Fridays or Saturday nights that you go with your families? You
Yeah,
rent movies?
you're
That was
right,
so
right.
dope. And then the one you really want to rent, like look behind the box, but it's not there. Like at Blockbuster.
I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
hate that shit. Yeah, you know, you used to have to go to before Blockbuster was around. You had to go to a good, reputable video store.
It's go
Like,
Video Mike right here in
Yeah,
Carson.
yeah, like you had to go to it because you knew it was gonna have your shit. You know what I mean? And then like you knew the guy because he'd hold it for you. He'd be like, "Hey man, if it comes in, like hold it. You know, don't let it come out."
Right there where the laundromat is, right down the street.
There's
Like,
not-
there
there's
should
not-
be
Triple
a-
seven video.
They're
baby.
long
Video
gone.
mic.
They're long gone. All
Video
of them
mic
are
right
long
there.
Yeah,
gone.
man. Oh.
This that other one's still right here though. That DVD one around the corner by the T-shirt warehouse. It's a DVD. There's still one there.
What you could
Yeah,
rent?
yeah. You can
There's
rent
a few
and
of
they
them
have
now,
an
but they're
adult
like,
section.
there's a few of them still out there, but they're more gimmicks than anything.
Probably just a
You know-
front. It's just a front for something
Yeah.
else going on.
You know,
Right? You know what's funny is
The
like when-
drogas.
you know what's funny is when I was a kid I used to be like, getting my video games and waiting in line and you knew the guy had like a really big box. You know what that was? It was like like the adult movies had like a really big box that shouldn't like you know what I mean? They weren't really discreet with their VHS containers. And it was like they'd be like really bright pink. And it would have like a really graphic like the boxes so you can see people.
all right,
holding
that's
them-
right. I
holding
remember.
them like folders.
Oh my god!
And that's the funny thing because it's like
Before the DVDs, when they got shrunken and like discreet, before you can just download
You know what?
them.
I'm gonna confess. I used to have me and my friends had a game. We used to stick around a little longer to see if any guys come out of the curtain. You see someone going in the curtain, we like, hey,
Try to make eye contact.
yeah. If it's like one of my Filipino homeboys, be like, you start blowing, you start pointing with your lips. Hey, we got a live one in there.
I saw what you got. I saw what you got. Anyways, this completely was not about Faces of Death.
Yeah, sorry, anyways.
I don't know how it went that way.
Anyways, but
This
yeah,
is
faces of death.
perversion.
But faces of death. Let me tell
Ass
you.
face.
You know what? That
As
was
Faces
crazy.
of Death, Joey.
Can you imagine though? It was like I remember seeing that monkey getting eaten while it was alive.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Wasn't that
Or-
fake?
That was actually staged.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember reading, or I was watching a documentary about the guy, and some of it was true,
Yeah.
and then some of it was just staged.
You know,
that they just they
Was
just put
wasn't
together.
there one? They went to the Philippines, and it was one of those like like how we have like fake doctors, but they're like witch doctors where they pull out bacon out of your stomach.
Man, I wish fucking doctors pulled bacon out of my
You ever
stomach.
seen that?
I mean,
Where-
like as a party
Yeah.
trick, not actually like what the fuck are you doing with bacon out of your stomach?
But the gimmick is like before when like a lot of people don't know any better. The scam is like they're pulling out the impurities, like evil spirits out of
But
you.
it's actually bacon.
But it's like raw bacon, but like in like some sauce, like really red black sauce. So when it
Probably
comes out,
teriyaki
you
sauce.
yeah. And so what they do is they pull it out like a strip, and then they put it in like a small dish. Like they pull it out, and like
They
show
cook it?
everybody. Yeah,
You
No, they
know,
don't cook
honestly,
it, but-
like I know what you're talking about here, Joey. I know exactly what you're
Because
talking about.
but I'm
here.
saying I
But
remember
based on
on
how Rich is reacting, all I can get is the image of Korean barbecue in my
yeah,
head.
yeah,
the
yeah.
Carmela.
I know, right? Just searing it over.
I like to order more of the pulled pork.
All right, it's really pulled pork. It's like
Oh
pulling out.
man, we need to
Damn.
have a
Long
barbecue.
But you know, no, but Faces of Death was like a really crazy series. It was just like random stuff, and I think they had that one where damn, I think it was like a war scene. I forgot. It was just like a guy got hit with a gun or something, like
Oh,
a bunch of
yeah.
gunshots, and I think that was one of the real ones. Like you couldn't.
There
fake
was
that.
a few.
There was a few,
definitely
and it
a
was
few.
just like, damn, man. So it was just like, as a kid, it was like novel. But then when you get older, you're like, man, that's.
It was
that's-
basically the same
yeah.
sort of things that you can watch on certain channels on Reddit nowadays.
Yeah, I guess it was. It was like back then. It was our Reddit. You know?
Yeah,
It was 4chan.
It was
4chan.
certain. It was certain channels of Reddit.
It was
so
8chan. Yeah. So
next
then
time-
yeah, right.
on the next on the list,
And I think it. Nightmare on Elm Street.
the original.
Oh shit.
As the kid, the OG Nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was from my friend Gilbert. Shout out to Gilbert. I guess the part where Freddy's arm gets super long and he scrapes the wall and made the screechy sound. That sound used to
Like-
freak him out as a kid. Super long Freddy arms, still kind of creepy.
Oh shit, that's crazy. I used to
I
have
remember that
Yeah.
episode.
nightmares are pretty
I
cool.
can do that.
Hell yeah! My traumatizing movie isn't on this, but if did anyone remember the people under the stairs?
Oh yeah, I remember that
Oh,
shit.
damn.
Yeah.
Man, that movie traumatized
Oh, was that
the shit
Stephen
out of
King?
me. No, but it was fucked up, man.
Is that my
How
boy ass King?
how it was like all those adopted kids that were like just abused and they were left underneath the stairs and they got
Yeah.
inside the walls and then they let that the creepy like couple you thought they were married but they were brother and sister.
Damn.
Hey, I don't remember too well, but did they know about the people on the stairs?
Oh no, yeah. What the whole thing was, it was a brother and sister, and they were adopting kids and basically just keeping the money and just like
Under the, keeping them on the
and
stairs.
keeping them under the stairs, but they were pocketing all the money.
It was scary. It was a scary movie, right?
I mean, it was
Sorta,
scary
kinda?
because it was like
Traumatizing,
It was
yeah,
traumatizing,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like one of the scenes was one of these emaciated kids, like a really starved kid, was skinny enough to get into the walls of the mansion in order to get out. And the man, the brother, of the two, he finds out, so he sicks the dog, like this big ass Rottweiler,
Oh,
into the
shit.
wall with the kid. And
Oh, snap.
he's in there and he's shooting into the wall, trying to like kill the kid.
Like, sniffing out.
while the dog's in there.
Oh man.
He kills the dog.
Yeah, and he accidentally shoots the dog.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
but-
There's another
Yeah.
movie like that, but it was toned down. They had it on
Oh, the
80s.
people above
It was
the stairs. I think.
Flowers in the Attic. I think it was called.
Oh, it's completely different from the
no,
people
no,
on the
no.
stairs.
That was like the same.
That was that one
premise.
at Video Mike.
No, I think it was a video. Damn.
Oh snap!
No, but I think it was the same premise, but it was like more toned down, but still.
That wasn't S
Yeah.
King though. That who did that?
That wasn't.
deal?
I don't know.
No, you know what was another one that kind of freaked me out, but it was like
I know Sleepwalkers, right?
Nah, it was Not Without My Baby. It was
What is
I
that?
heard that one.
it was like this I guess Sally Fields marries this guy from Iran, and I guess like they have a kid, and then he ends up taking the family to vacation in Iran, and then just saying, "Oh, we're staying here now." We're like he already planned to like go home to Iran, but didn't tell him. So like she ends up like somehow sneaking out of the country. She like finds people that are like sympathetic to her, like and just like she ends up leaving, but she doesn't want to leave without her kid, and I think she ends up leaving without her kid,
That one scared you? That movie scared you?
Well, it was just crazy because
Oh, I
like
was about to say.
it was oppressive. It was just like she's going in like this like this is like 1970s Iran. This is like during when the Ayatollah. So like it's like
What was that one movie? It's an old movie. I think it's Evil Dead or one of those motherfuckers where there's like zombies, but it's kind of funny, but really really gross. Like there's a
Dead
part.
by Dawn.
Is it Dead by Dawn?
Is it-
There's
yeah,
a
the
scene
guy-
where the dead guy he's eating soup.
Peter Jackson or
And his-
something. The guy who
no,
did
no, no,
Lord of the
let him
Rings?
explain. Like, hold on,
There's
let him
another one.
explain.
There's like a part.
Kicking ass with the
I
Lord?
remember.
Wait,
I
hold
remember
on,
that
wait.
at the dinner table.
Okay.
And then the dad or whoever is an old guy. He's dying. He's decomposing, and they try to sit him at the table, and like he's eating, and his skin falls off, and then he eats his skin like he doesn't know he's a zombie.
Oh no, I don't
that
think
Evil
that's.
Dead?
I don't
Or-
think.
Or Dead Alive, one of
It's
those
really-
motherfuckers. It's one of those really gruesome movies.
You know
where
what?
there's so
That's
much.
probably the one I was telling you about. Remember? It's like
Which
the
one?
day after where it was like a nuclear holocaust, and the guy's skin starts falling, his jaw falls off, and he tries to put it back or something, and it just
No, it's
it
not
was a
that.
zombie. I think there was like a scene with the crow,
yeah.
and he eats an eyeball or something.
Something, yeah, but there's a part where the guy's face starts, the family starts doing it, right?
Well,
the family starts melting too.
No,
It-
no,
it-
no,
it
no,
might-
no.
no,
It's
no.
it's kind of like I don't know
He's
if you
a
remember.
zombie.
I don't know if you remember Chainsaw Massacre, but there was this scene where the redneck murder family gets the girl, and they're at the dinner table, and then they wheel up the grandpa, and he's this old dude in a wheelchair, and they're like. He's like, let grandpa get her. Let grandpa get her. So they put a knife in his hand and like guide like the knife into the dude who's like tied up on the table. And they're like, look, he can still do it. He can do it. We're so proud of you, grandpa.
Damn, that's
It wasn't that movie, but
That's
that's another.
kind of fucked
nah.
up.
But you know what? Actually, I'm glad I kind of got that out. Maybe maybe some listener would know.
Yeah.
There's this one movie that I remember that I was trying to like find for George, and I thought it was the day after, where it was like this like the Russians attacked America and like fallout and everybody's getting sick. There was like that was a freaky movie, but there was something similar where the family I think gets radiation poisoning and they start melting, and like one of the family members looks in the mirror and like sees his jaw fall out, and like it just falls, and she tries to put it back, or he, and like the hair's falling out, and they like run to each other, and they're like, oh, they're like in the living room, like what's going on, and they're all like just decomposing.
Oh, you know what
Oh,
movie it is? I
man.
found it on YouTube.
Which one?
What was
It's
it?
called Brain Dead.
Brain Dead.
Peter
Oh.
Jackson's Dead
Yeah,
Alive.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Dead
okay,
Alive.
okay,
It's
Brain
Dead
Dead.
Alive.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
called. It was called.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah, Brain
Yeah.
Dead was the original, and then when it went to America, it was called The Dead Alive.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't the old guy; it was the old lady.
yeah,
That-
yeah.
Oh,
That's
And there's like a
okay.
piece where
That's
they're
it.
walking with a
Yes.
tray of soup, and her skin falls off into the soup, and someone's eating it.
So Joey was
Oh,
correct.
okay.
It was I kick ass for the Lord.
yeah. I kick ass.
And that
for
was
the
Peter
Lord.
Jackson who did that.
Joey was correct. You win. You win this round, sir. Alrighty, I
Shit.
think
There
this
is
is the
no
end
winning.
of this segment. We're gonna move on to the next one. All right. So our next article also found on futurism.com. Article title says, after bone marrow transplant, man's semen contains only donor's DNA.
Oh,
It's kind of fucked up, man. You think?
Well, I
You know,
mean,
I didn't sign up for that part.
no, but can you imagine the reason why he found out is because this guy had like he had like it's like maybe two Irish guys. I mean, Irish couple, and maybe they might have there might be like an Asian kid, and they're like, how'd this happen? Like, can you imagine, or like another ethnicity?
Oh yeah, it's one
You
of
know what
those
I mean?
things. It's like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't my kid. This looks
Yeah.
nothing like me. It wasn't me.
Yeah, and then you know how like there's always an article about like there's a reason for it. And this is a weird reason, but like in this case, it was a bone marrow.
Yeah, right. Bone marrow.
Yeah, damn
Bone marrow.
bone man.
Like oh,
Bone marrow with the
it-
donor's DNA all
it's-
over that.
It's like one of those Stephen King things where it's like, yeah, you get your wish, but like it's like comes with consequences.
Because of my semen.
Damn, you get the bone marrow transplant, but you totally cut off your line, but you like keep someone else's line going. Whoa, I can see some
shit.
like real mobster that cannot have kids. Like he's always wanted to have kids, and then like he just like, finds a victim You know what I mean? Because they're always in the black market
So
trying to
wait,
keep themselves
hold on.
alive with
So-
body parts.
So if
No deal.
if they can save your bone marrow and they can transplant it to somebody
Yeah,
else,
it's grafting.
and then
It's grafting.
you can have that guy bone and then have your kids in
Yeah.
the future.
It's just like what plants do, right? When
Holy
you graft,
crap.
onto
Holy
another plant,
shit.
right? George, you're familiar with this,
Holy
That shit sounds like
crap.
some.
right? Because you've grafted before. With
Oh yeah,
plants.
I mean, I don't think it has.
No, you've never grafted
They-
with humans. No, you're not a human caterpillar
yet.
guy. Yeah. It's like, was it like
That's,
serial
here's a
killers?
study, sir, in my tower.
You're like mad scientists, like how serial killers start. They do it on animals. You do it on plants. And mad
right.
scientists, like they just like torture plants. Damn, you got like a mango watermelon.
You know, it's the forbidden fruits that are the tastiest.
It's the 5-ass watermelon. It's like, what the hell? Why does my watermelon need asses?
Those peaches are sexy,
Don't ask
man.
questions.
Okay.
Hey, don't ask questions. It sells a lot in Taiwan.
The watermelon
Damn.
ass?
Watermelon ass.
It sells a lot for the black and the deep web.
God.
Watermelon ass. No deal.
And what is this we're having? The next one is the kangaroo, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are we
set that up.
recording? Are we
Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
recording.
Then lower the music a little so we're not too loud when we, get our taste.
Our
I
jerk on?
want to.
You're
I
a
don't know
jerk.
about. Whoa,
You're a
whoa,
jerk.
whoa.
You're a jerk. Jerk. Jerky. That jerky.
So we're going kangaroo?
Fingaroo, kangaroo. Ew, crikey. That's not a jerky. This is a jerky. I just kind of feel bad eating kangaroo. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm thinking the koala bears. No, yeah. Fuck it. Bring on the kangaroo.
God damn it. I don't think I wouldn't.
What is this?
This is kangaroo?
I can really get down with this too.
Kangaroo is good. I like kangaroo. That's good, huh? Oh, that's some good kangaroo, mate. Yeah. Eating this kangaroo jerky in the crib, straight from Australia. It's a hot fire. Kangaroo jerky. All the girls want it. The kangaroo jerky. Yeah. You want this jerky, girl? Yeah. You want that kangaroo jerky, girl? Can you have my kangaroo jerky, girl?
Man, this kangaroo, I'm not lying, man. It's good.
Shout out to Monica for this jerky. It's good. I want some more. Yang yang in the stand.
I know. I think I'm gonna make it a habit now. I'm gonna see like a bunch of like rappers in the back, like at the end of the week. It's like, damn, you get just really hooked, huh?
All right, guys. I think we're coming back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kangaroo though, man.
Back
So
to
far,
reality.
a kangaroo beat the gator, but not because the gator wasn't good. Gator was good.
The gator was good, but it just had that. I mean, it was good, but it had that fishy taste.
This one
That reminded me of
normally
fish.
my experiences, and we're recording, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah. You know, my experiences with kangaroo is it tends to be a little bit more gamey. And it does have a little bit of I want to say it's got a little of like a stringy, like free roaming taste. I want to say grassy.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a real fan of gamey food. Like, shout out to my uncle Miguel. He's a hunter and he likes to shoot his game. He's really good at it, and he brings back wild boar. And it's
Oh,
got that real
damn.
gamey taste. And you know what's good about this? He knows what they eat because he goes on the farm. He works it out with the owner, and they go after his almonds and they go after their avocados, and they what they do is they ram the trees and they shake the tree, and they harvest the boar, harvest the,
Right. I mean, that's what they've been doing
Yeah.
for like
So-
for forever.
So the taste is like you're getting this like almond, avocado, and like you get like pecans too.
It's all smoked in.
Oh my god,
man.
it's so good.
Mm.
If I ever get a hold, George, I'm calling you up, man. It's the bomb. You're just that. You're always like a guy to like go after the good shit. So
Hell yeah, man! I believe I'm like one of those Pokemon trainers, but instead of like training them, I'm out to
right,
eat them.
right.
You gotta eat them all.
Gotta eat them all. Hell yeah.
You know, if I ever get a hold of some alien though, I'll let you know.
Hell the fuck yeah,
On the
man!
black and deep
I would
deep
not-
web.
Guys! If an alien crash landed in your backyard and you were the first one there,
And you had a
you eat
jerky?
it? No, would you eat the alien?
No.
Why not?
Huh.
Fuck, that's how the coronavirus started, bro.
And we're gonna talk about that. But imagine, guys,
Yeah.
it's a flavor from a different planet. It could be something completely different. It could have made like you could be ascended in terms of your
Well-
tonsils.
Well, it's like this. What if on the planet that it comes on, you're supposed to eat things? You're supposed to heat things at a higher temperature, like 1,000 degrees. It has to be like a blue flame.
But you'll be the first
know, I
human
don't-
being to find that out.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the first guy to have shit growing out of me. Like we got parasites here, but the parasites on that planet, can you imagine? Can you imagine the ringworm on that? You know what
The
I mean?
honor, man, the honor to
There-
be
there
the
is no
first
honor in
creature
ringworm.
in mankind.
There is no honor in ringworm. You got your shit twisted.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Damn.
really screwed up movie.
Tremors.
Next segment.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. It's the Ghost Camaro
Oh,
of
yes.
Bosnia, and I think it's actually Joey. You're the one that posted this up, right?
Yeah, it was. I believe it was during the 90s, or I get confused because there was multiple Balkan wars.
I believe I'm looking at the show. The article notes right now is it occurred from 1992 to 1995.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was with the Serbians and Albanians, and it was like an ethnic war because, like, for hundreds of years, the Muslims were persecuting the Christians, and then now the Christians have the upper hand, and they're just like, and so they had the UN step in to like break it up, step aside, and they had UN soldiers detached, spread out throughout the Albania and the war-torn areas. And they weren't allowed to fire or shoot guns back unless they were really, really going to be overrun. So they had this ghost car. This Danish special forces guy had an idea.
Yeah, it was a second generation Chevrolet Camino,
Oh yeah, it was
the Ghost Camino project.
this
by
baby's bad.
The Danish
You have a
Special
picture of it?
Forces operatives.
Yes, this baby was bad. It had a mine clearing blade. It had a battering ram. It had armored plates. He worked it out. Usually when you're
That's
in the
fucking homeboy from Knight Rider.
Right, right.
Kit.
It
When
had
you're dealing-
Kevlar plates, and then like I think they painted it so like it absorbed
Yeah,
infrared.
it had-
Is that what
so
they
you
based
can
Knight
fight it.
Rider off?
Now, here's the interesting story about that is I know somebody who actually had got a hold of paint of that. Got a hold of paint from Northrop, and when he was working there, and actually painted his car with that radar absorbent paint, so he was able to drive past speed traps and not get picked up. And so I always thought that, is this true? Did he really do that? And then I found out he did. And then I'm reading this article, and I just thought back to like when I heard that story about a friend of mine whose dad did that. And I thought that must have been badass, playing some like classic rock. You know what I mean? You hear like bullets whizzing by, and you're just like, he didn't even carry a weapon with him. They called him God's Rambo.
Peace, man. He was
Right?
like it was humanitarian aid the entire
I'll give
time.
you water. Right?
Drew first blood. Here's some band-aids.
Yeah. Drew first blood. Here's some band-aids. Gotta go. Because he knew the back routes. He studied the map.
Hell yeah! Like I think the Camino was tricked out with heat detection, night vision, and nitro.
Yeah, dude, straight out. Like, dude, you just going. I don't know. I think he really wanted to just cruise. He's like, well, I just want to get there. I just don't want to drive. I want to drive.
That would be a dope game. Can you imagine? It'd be like
yeah.
some Death Stranding shit, but instead you're just trying to get like supplies
It's
from
just
like
this-
one place to another.
It's a sequel to Driver. Remember the game Driver?
That'd be dope.
Damn,
Bro,
Driver.
badass game.
Driver 3, Death Car.
That was before
Ghost Car.
Grand Theft Auto, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, way man.
That was way better. That's
before
when you were
that.
just a driver. I actually liked that game because it was like the storyline was cool and you're like, driver, do this. You didn't have to like beat nobody. Well,
Actually, it's also like
Yeah.
that one game that we were looking at. What is that? Beware or something? Where you're trying to you're
Oh,
driving around that like
yeah.
foggy town.
you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
you-
there's this
Sounds like-
game on PC where you start out in a car and there's these other cars that follow you and like they try to like punch you off the road.
they ran me off the road. They try to
Scary.
get you stuck in the mud on the side.
Yeah, and then
when
they
you
get out and they
yeah.
start hitting your windshield.
Yeah.
You know what would be a cool VR game? Like you're driving like in the fog, like through woods, and then just like shit pops out. You know, like a fucking ghost or a zombie. And that's the whole game is you got to get to from point A to point B. But throughout the way, you know, it's like, oh shit, fucking Bigfoot pops out or
Saints
something.
and Sinners or what?
Oh, I know
Yeah.
what that was. Okay, so no, I'll do you one. What if the point of the game was to hit the zombies on the way from point A to
Point A.
point B?
That'd be cool.
You know, like that's your job as like in the post-apocalypse, where like your job is to basically keep the road clear of zombies and traps.
You're driving around in a plow.
right? Plowman,
Plowman.
You know-
the
you know-
post-apocalyptic plowman.
No, it'd be called Plowman Apocalypse.
No, you know what'd be dope is like you're a driver. You're just like a mercenary driver, but like in a post-apocalyptic era, and you just like you get contracted out by different colonies to like do missions. You know what I mean? So like you don't really have an allegiance. You're like a Wolverine character, kind of like you're like this anti-hero, but like everybody needs you to like survive.
Right, and you get some like bandits and shit, like also in their own tricked out ass cars,
Yeah,
trying to
you're-
like pull you over. Man,
Right?
that would be a dope game.
You're like a Mad Max dude. And you
Should
got
make
like you
that.
got a bunch of you like recruit guys to be like in your Mad Max group. Damn.
Like
yeah.
Right, some sort of Pony Express or something
Yeah.
like post-apocalyptic.
Sign me up for the beta. I want
Hell yeah,
I want an
man.
early access key.
Hell yeah! I don't know how to put that in the cart. Somebody put that in the cart.
Yeah, put that. We'll write it down.
Yeah, we'll write it down. Yeah, man, but
Write it into existence.
I can only imagine what that must have felt like.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for another perfect show. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Everybody here at Wisecraft Manor,
Weisencraft.
Wisencroft Manor.
Weisencraft.
And from everybody here to everyone out there, we at Wisencraft Manor wish you a good night
A Merry Christmas.
and a happy New Year.
And a happy Lunar New Year.
Yes, whatever seasons we're in.
Chuk Mung Namoy and Gung Hei Fa Choi.